7. Now another question. I only got a couple. I just want to ask the leaders this, and if y'all can do it, I just want to see if y'all been studying before I go on with our lesson. What is the greatest covenant of all 7 covenants? What is the greatest? Now I know I might have said something, but I could have thrown you a curve. I want you to be able to back it up. Yes, sir.
Circumcision.
You say circumcision. You sure? Give you a second. He wants a second. We're going to jump on a bus and he needs a second. All right.
Day and night.
Huh?
Day and night. Covenant day.
Day and night?
The new covenant.
The new covenant?
What's the question? Circumcision.
Circumcision?
What's the question?
The Sabbath. If you don't know what a question is, then you out of it. Oh, you would have to move your car. That's understand. What is the greatest covenant of all of them? Sabbath, okay. Well, that's a matter of opinion because there's nowhere where I can show you 7, but I can't show you where it said this is the greatest. So that's a matter of opinion. But my opinion, and I'll prove it, and I agree with those that said circumcision is the greatest covenant of all of them. And I'll prove that because I'll show you in our teaching that no one could even come to keep the 10 Commandments. And the only reason the 10 Commandments was enacted is because of what YAH said about the covenant of circumcision. But another question. Is Yahweh a respecter of persons? He said yes. All right. How many say Yahweh is a respecter of persons? Raise your hand. 2? Okay. How many say Yahweh is not a respecter of persons? All right. Now that's another question. Should we be a respecter of persons? No. How many say that we should be a respecter of persons? Raise your hand. We should be a respecter of persons. All right. Well, the truth is that we should be a respecter of persons. And yes, Yahweh is a respecter of persons. And Yahweh said he's a respecter of persons. But we'll talk about that further after I finish the questions. Is there a time in history that YAH did not have a prophet or a servant or a leader of his people on the face of this earth? Was there ever a time? Raise your hands if you believe it was. There was? Or there wasn't, Matthews? Huh? There was a time when he didn't have a leader? And what time was that? That's the Bible considered after the time of the minor top prophets until J.C. time came. Right. Oh, there wasn't no prophet until J.C. came. Okay. All right. Well, you say, Levi? You said... There was a time there wasn't. And what time was that? I know in the days of 2nd Chronicles, the 15th chapter. And what did that say? That would make you believe that there was a time that YAH did not have a prophet or leader of his people on this earth. And what does it say? All right.
2nd Chronicles 15.
And what does it say?
It says, I'm going to start the 3rd verse. And for a long season, Israel had been without the true Elohim, and without a teaching priest, and without law. But when they in their troubles did turn unto YAH, Elohim of Israel, and saw him, he was found of them.
So he brought to our attention that it said there was a time that we didn't have the knowledge of the true Elohim. And there was a time on this earth when we didn't have a teaching priest. Now, is Levi wrong or is he right? Huh? He's wrong? And who says he's wrong? All right, so the whole book is wrong, right? Well, that's what you just said. If the book is not wrong, then how could he be wrong?
I'm saying if
I'm saying if the book is not wrong, then how can he be wrong? They said they didn't have the knowledge of the Most High. So whether it was a priest or prophet or teacher or moray, they didn't have it. Not unless you can find something that would straighten him out. And I suggest you look at that for that. All right. Now, we're going to answer all those questions that we just gave you during the course of our teaching. The other day I told you all I would finish with the 7 covenants. Who can go and name the 7 covenants? You can. Go to the mic. You had your hands up first. Let me see you name the 7 covenants of YAH. And if you have them correct, because you're the first one that said 7. And you're the first one who said you can name them. And if you're correct, I'll treat you to dinner. Still eat meat, don't you? Yeah, we can go to White Castle soon. Yes, sir.
Praise Yah. You have the covenant the Almighty made with Abraham, and that was the covenant that he would make a great nation of him, and the circumcision was the sign of that covenant. You have the covenant that the Almighty made with the nation of Israel when he gave the commandments. You have the covenant that he made with the priest when Phinehas, the covenant of peace, that's 3. You have the covenant that he made with the Sabbath. The Sabbath day is a covenant. That's Exodus 31, that's 4. You have the covenant that he made with David and his sons, that there will forever be a king to be reigning and that David would return. That's in Psalms 89. That's 5. You have the covenant that the Almighty made with day and the covenant he made with night. That's in Jeremiah 31, 6. And you have the new covenant. Jeremiah 33, I'm sorry, for the day and night. And
all right. Well, let me tell you, you're wrong. Would anyone like to straighten them out? See, the first covenant, we won't do that to you. First covenant you brought was the covenant with Abraham. That was not the first covenant. First covenant was with Noah. And you didn't mention that. No need to run through the mic, brother. You have a seat now. You wiped out now. They just have a seat. The first covenant was with who? Noah. And then, matter of fact, the second answer was wrong twice. The Almighty never made a covenant with Abraham. So all of y'all that got Abraham down, you're wrong. I like to say in the first place, he made a covenant with Abraham.